Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, this is the last time? And mean it with every part of your being. You mean it. The last cigarette, the last habit, the last toxic relationship, the last emotional reaction, the last time. And then somehow you end up doing it again. And you're banging your head against the mirror. Why? Why do I keep doing this? Different people, same problem. Different situation, same outcome. Because you keep doing it. Today I want to explain why that is and why you keep doing that, and then leave you with a tool to break that. Don't make a plan to stop. Counterintuitive, right? A toy, a toy, a toy. I'm walking in the grocery store and my nephew looks up at me. A toy, please. He's 4 years old. My response was, we'll see. We go into the store, and the first thing that he sees, he runs over there and he says, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. Boo, boo, boo. I know. He bangs his head against everything that he wants. And I said, no, let's look for something else. And then he runs to the next thing. He grabs it. Boo, 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 boo. Now, my purpose at this store is just to get a box of cereal and a bag of chips. That was my purpose. That's why I went. And I just so happened to take them. So we're running up and down the aisles, and he's grabbing every little thing that he can, say, I want this, I want this, I want this. Mind you, we're in the grocery side, so none of these are actual toys. We go down the cereal aisle, and he grabs every cereal box that he can. Now, when he put those cereal boxes back, they were all damaged because he's banging his head against them. It's weird, I know. So by the time we leave this store, we have a box of cereal and a bag of chips. That's it. I know that he wants a toy, but we have so many toys at the house. And so I'm just putting him in front of other things, and his attention is running away from the toy. That's when I realized something. He wasn't focused on the toy. He was focused whatever his attention grabbed. And that's what our habits do. Hijack our attention. Hijack our focus. And every time it does, we do it again. I often see people that I help focus on the not doing, on the plan not to do something. But this kid isn't focused on the toy he wants. He's only focused on what's in front of him. So the problem isn't that your plan is failing. The problem is that your focus is on the doing or the not doing whatever you're trying to stop. It's extremely counterintuitive, I know. But this is the secret that nobody is telling us. That when we focus on something, whether it's doing it or not doing it, our attention and our awareness is still on the thing that we're trying to stop. What is the cost of continuing to make the plan? Because I'm sure that the promises that you make to yourself fail. I'm never going to do this again. I have strong experience with that. I have drank alcohol most of my life, and I would go to sleep thinking, man, this is destroying my life. I'm never going to do it again. And I come up with all of these plans while I'm going to bed. And then the next morning when I wake up, I remember those plans, but I'm still drinking again. And then when your plan fails, you start to lose trust in yourself. You start to believe that you're not capable of change. You start to lose your self-worth and your ability to want to continue. So it's not that I'm making a plan not to do it and my plan is failing. The same for you. Your plan isn't failing. It's that your focus is on the doing or the not doing. And where our mind goes, we follow. Where our mind goes, we follow. And so in order to stop focusing on the result, focusing on the goal, or focusing on the not doing, I have to bring my mind back into my body and then do something different when my mind is in my body. And so I promised you a solution, something that you can do. So for the next 7 days, this is what I want you to do. I want you to decide what your pattern you're trying to break, what kind of habit, what kind of relationship, what kind of emotional reaction, what kind of whatever it is. It doesn't matter. This works for everything. I want you to decide what that one thing is. Just one. Just try one thing. And we're going to do a little Pavlovian conditioning. When you have the thought of doing it, or when you have the thought of not doing it, either one, when the thought surrounding that one thing comes into your mind, I want you to do a 60-second exercise. Just one. Choose whatever you want. And I want you to count the seconds while you're doing it. This is going to bring the focus onto your body, because your focus, your attention will go, your awareness will go to what is the most stimulating. And if you're doing an exercise, you are going to be stimulating your body, bringing your focus, bringing your mind back into your body, okay, for 60 seconds. And then after you do that, after the 60 seconds, I want you to call a loved one, somebody you're close with. Call them and ask them how their day is going. Or even more effectively, ask them what they're struggling with. And bring your focus, you're still in the moment, but your attention is on helping somebody else or connecting with another human being. And the result is going to baffle you. Now, I'm not going to tell you the result because I don't want to spoil it for you. But do this every single time. You might be calling a lot of people. You might be calling a lot of people the first few days. Just do this for 7 days. The 60-second exercise, and then call somebody. And call somebody until you get somebody on the phone. You're going to be amazed at what this does. Now, if you want to know exactly how I quit smoking, there is that rebuild kit in the description is the exact method I use. But this 60-second exercise is just another way of doing it. So with that being said, if you do find that this is working, and I know you will if you actually do it, if you find that this is working and you want to know what the next step is to actually take control of your life and regain agency, hit this video, and I'll see you soon. Peace. I love y'all.